everyone, welcome to Local Live here at Makin' Music. I'm your host, Ashley Marie of Vinyl Rhino, and I'm really excited. We're doing something a little bit different today on the show. Instead of just having one musician or one group, we're having two new talented up-and-coming local celebrities here that you will be keeping an eye out for, headed up by an awesome mentor. So we're going to start out by saying hi. This is Tommy here on the end. Hi, Tommy.
Hey,
Thanks for being my guest today, our guest here. And what Tommy does is he is a part of FAME, which is the Frederick Acoustic Music Enterprise. And do you want to tell us a little about FAME before we get into anything else?
Sure. So Frederick Acoustic Music Enterprise is a local nonprofit. It's been around for about 8 years. And we host open mics in the county and showcases for songwriters and other performers. We have a community outreach, and we have song circles at Dublin Roasters locally, and that's a monthly second Saturday event.
And you're also a pretty darn good percussionist.
Well, thank you.
Which we're going to see later. And I think I even heard some harmonies. So you were looking in FAME, you were telling me earlier, to be a part of something, giving back to the community, and in came this awesome Step Up student songwriting contest. And today we are lucky enough to have last year's winners here. So say hi, guys, introduce yourselves.
I'm Sammy J. I was the first place high school winner.
I'm Allie Rubin. I was the third and fourth place high school winner.
And stick around because both young ladies are going to do performances for us later. And I had a sneak preview, and you don't want to miss this. They're very, very good. I can see why you both won. And right now you are accepting entries for the contest. So tell us a little more about the contest. And this is a pitch. So tell if you know someone in the Frederick County area, high school, middle school.
Right. So what we're looking for, this song contest is looking for songs written about people who've conducted acts of great courage. And out of that, there was suffering, or they did an act of inspiration, which resulted in positive change. And so in the submitting of the song, it has to meet that criteria. Now we also have workshops to help people, so you don't have to be a musician. You don't have to play an instrument. You don't even have to sing well. We'll take care of that. But what we're looking for...
Although it sounds like those things would help, but you know.
It'd be helpful. But what we're looking for is young people who can identify people of courage, and from that draw inspiration and then share that in the community.
Wonderful. And I see some of the songwriting workshops that Tommy's telling us about are coming up. We have Heather Aubrey Lloyd on January 19th, so that's this Saturday.
Yes, this past Saturday we just had a workshop.
With the same artist?
With Heather, right.
Writer. And then Andrew McKnight is going to be on January 26th and February 2nd, and these are at the New Spire Arts downtown, right?
That's correct.
I have a friend, Lynn, that volunteers there. It's a really cool space to see. Have you performed there yet?
I have.
No.
Oh, your musical sound great there. It's a cool place, right?
Yeah,
So they're having these songwriting workshops. So the idea is you go ahead and attend one of these workshops if you're an aspiring songwriter in high school or middle school in Frederick County, and you have until February 15th to get in your original piece, right?
Yes, and so if you can't think of anyone of courage, we actually have a list of people to choose from, but you have to write the music, and you can either do it on your own or you can collaborate. But again, we're looking for people who recognize a courageous, a great person of great courage, and then are inspired and can share that within the community.
Super cool. So tell us a little bit about what they can win in the contest.
So we've been very fortunate. We have some amazing prizes. Frederick Community College has scholarships for students. The YMCA has summer memberships. And first place winner for middle school or high school actually gets 8 hours of studio time to record their winning song.
Well, I feel like that's the one that really perks up my ears, at least. The other stuff is great.
Oh, and there's cash prizes too.
Now, Sammy, you were the winner
Yes.
last year, correct? So did you win studio time then as part of your prize?
Yes, I recorded my song at Chaparral in downtown Frederick and with Doug, who runs the studio, and that was a super awesome experience.
Yeah, was your first time in the studio?
Yeah. You know, I record all my stuff at home usually, so it was my first time in like an actual studio.
Yeah.
Super fun.
Back in my day, there was no like recording at home. You know, it was a really bad situation. So, so it's kind of cool for you to go from recording yourself to having that transition.
Oh yeah.
And now, Tommy, I was listening earlier. Were you saying that you actually contribute to backing up the artist once they've won the contest, and then sometimes even in advance?
Right.
Is that true?
So the intent was, as Chords of Courage it had envisioned this, that there would be a band that would play for the awards program.
The Step Up Band.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we met after the songs, the finalists were determined. We got together, and Pat, who you'll be seeing here shortly, helped us basically coordinate the arrangements for the songs, not really changing much of what the original songs were. And then we did the award show. We rehearsed at my house one time with each one of the contestants, and then the evening of the award show, each person got to do 15 minutes before the show. We accompanied them for the show, and then after that, we've had the good fortune to follow on with Ali and also Sammy, and the other.
Somebody really wants to be in this contest. Can you just wait till after the show? I'll answer all your questions later, all right? Tommy, you'll still be here. Go
Right.
ahead.
And so we followed on, but that was beyond the actual contest because we wanted to continue our mentoring, and it's worked out great. So the band that supported the show last year has kind of become Sammy's backup band.
Because Sammy's on tour now. She's gone and moved on to greener pastures. And so how exciting was that for both of you? Sammy, I'll let you answer first. That you played the song, you said, by yourself. You were
Yes.
maybe tracking because you do play a couple different instruments. But then to go and work with other seasoned musicians, and not only locally, but part of this organization that have been writing for years, part of larger organizations in DC. Tell me a little about that. When you first started rehearsing with them, were you nervous?
It's definitely something I didn't expect, and they've been amazing to me, being such good mentors and teaching me a lot about music. That's something I wouldn't have learned otherwise. I didn't really play with a band before, so it was definitely a different feel, but it brought my songs to life in a different way.
Yeah.
And the shows we've done together have been super awesome. It makes my songs sound full and just the best that they could be, and I've had a lot of fun with them.
Oh, that's exciting. And how about you,
It
Allie?
was great for me. It was really cool being able to work with them because they were really nice and they're very easy about what you want your song to sound like, and they just make it really easy and nice and fun, and it's really been great having them, and it's a good experience.
Yeah.
I think we approach this, the band collectively, as looking at as fellow musicians. They went to the effort to do the research about the individuals they chose or the situations they chose to write about, and born out of that experience, they really got what this program was all about.
Yeah.
So we felt like peers. So it wasn't like these kids are like 40 years or more in age difference from us. But like they had great ideas, and we said, hey, what about this or what about that? So
And
it's all on them.
and I met with Sammy before she attended one of our other shows, and I was immediately struck with her maturity for her age. And I do agree with you. I think that there's a lot of breaking down all sorts of boundaries when you're writing a song. There's no age, there's no race, there's no background location. You're all really in the song. And for me, I started pretty much the same age as Allie, a little bit younger, and I also got to work with much older musicians, and it was so cool for me to have that experience and just feeling like mind blown with like information overload of awesomeness. But I think this is really cool, and I think that we should maybe hear a song now since we've talked about it so much. What do you think?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so this is Allie. We're going to have her perform first, and then she's going to tell us a little about her song afterwards. And Allie, you said you started last year really writing you've always written songs, but last year really putting some stuff down. Is that right?
Yeah, I've been writing for a very long time, but I started producing my stuff and putting it out on YouTube about last year.
Okay, and where can we find you on YouTube?
Ali X Sarah.
Okay, awesome. So Allie's going to perform a song. What's your song called?
In My Memory.
I'll let the guys get set up for a minute here. And I'll do a quick introduction. This is Pat, who Tommy was talking about earlier. Pat, say hi.
Hi.
There you go. Feel free to tell them a little about yourself
Well,
there.
I'm the one who plays by ear, so I listen to the raw tracks and I figure out, oh, that's an A, oh, that's an E, and so I kind of help focus that in. And I used to be in a band called the Invisible Flintstones up in Buffalo, New York, and we played around with local bands, the Goo Goo Dolls and the Bare Naked Ladies, and they made it, and my band didn't, and it hasn't made me bitter at all.
Sorry, Goo Goo Dolls, if you're watching this, he's not mad at you. All right, take it away, guys.
Come on, follow us. You don't have to hide. Peace is here, I promise you. On the other side, things will look up from here. You're in a better place. I am very sorry, dear. It shouldn't have been this way. And now you'll see the light shining for you, so bright, and this will never be forgotten. You're in my memory. This has happened far too much. It's time to change the ways. You are so important with the things you have to say. Things will look up from here. You're in a better place. I am very sorry, dear. It shouldn't have been this way. And now you'll see the light shining for you, so bright, and this will never be forgotten. You're in my memory. And now you'll see the light shining for you, so bright, and this will never be forgotten. You're in my memory.
Feel free to tell them how you're doing. All right, that was wonderful. Now that we've heard your song, and great job, Pat. You know what, Goo Goo Dolls ain't got nothing on you. You're fine. Yeah. Okay, so now that we've heard your song, tell me a little bit about what inspired you to write it.
So my song's about the students at the Parkland school shooting. So when I wrote this, it just had happened, and I wrote it like a day after I heard of it. And it was really inspiring to hear the stories of the students who came up and spoke out about it, and how they drew attention to it and started a movement. And I think that's really important, especially for young people to be doing. And it sets a really good example of what the world can be like if we all just get together and, you know, talk about it. So that's what inspired me.
So did you write the lyrics first and then the music to go with it, or kind
I
of
read it at the same time.
At the same
Yeah.
time. And what are some of the lyrics from the song that you'd like us to take away? Obviously all of them, but specifically.
Yeah, I think the chorus mostly, because like the title "In My Memory" is about, you know, the kids that passed away and stuff, and how they'll live on in our memories. So like how no one will stop talking about it, and how we should keep thinking and talking about it.
That's really beautiful. And now when you heard her song, what were your thoughts?
Well, I was we were all blown away, but in particular I was.
Yeah.
The fact that they were able to write about a current event that met the criteria
Yeah.
of the contest. And this is all about using music for social change
Mhm.
and to inspire, to work with young people and to, we work with them today towards that end and dealing with really heavy things. And so they can
Yeah,
become
now more than
involved.
ever, right?
And so as we look to the future, we work with them today, and then in the future, we've got socially conscious citizens in the future.
Yeah, and music is, what a great platform to
Yeah.
get out positivity. I mean, I had a friend once who said, I said, what did you, he went through all these struggles, and I said, what did you do? Did you see a counselor? And he said, music. He said, I did a lot of things, but music is my #1 therapy. Playing, listening, discovering, so just getting your song out there is something to make the world a little bit
And
better.
it kind of goes back to what it is that we're after, that we can recognize, whether it be an event or whether it be someone who helped save people's lives during the Holocaust or freed slaves. I mean, the award-winning middle school song was about Harriet Tubman.
Yeah,
So, I mean, the reach is broad, it just has to meet the criteria, and that's what we're after.
okay, great. So you wrote your song, and you got 3rd place in the contest last year, and you're still writing today?
Yes.
Okay, so where you said we can find you on YouTube? Is that the best way to find you?
Yeah, I also have a SoundCloud with the same username, Ali Xterra.
Okay, great. And are you on Instagram?
Yes.
Instagram,
Same
what do you-
username.
Same
Ali
name?
Xterra.
Ali X Sarah. Okay, so check her out. And where can we see you performing live?
Open mics with Fame.
Okay, with Fame.
Yeah.
Fame. It's been in all of our heads ever since.
Yeah.
Ever since Tommy said it. So Fame is Frederick Acoustic Music Enterprise, and the open mics that you attend, which ones are they? Where are they?
Anyone, Beans in the Belfry,
Beans in the
Frederick
Belfry.
Coffee Company, just little coffee shops mainly.
Yeah, but what a great place for people to hear
Yeah.
you, though, an intimate environment.
Right, and also at Dublin Roasters, Fame hosts Sunday open. mic
Dublin
night.
Roasters, I'm just kidding. That's right across the street from us here at Making Music. So it can't be, listen, if you're coming in and you're picking up a new cable or a mic stand or grabbing some drumsticks and making music, maybe coming to your lesson, there's no reason why they shouldn't walk across the street and see some
Yeah.
great music, right?
Right.
So
That's
what
on-
days again are you at
but that's-
Dublin?
That's on Sundays.
That's
So
on Sundays? Oh, well, aren't we now?
That was just during the holidays.
Not just
I
during the
believe.
holidays.
Yeah.
Well, next holiday we'll see you for your coffee and your gear. Anyhow, one thing that I remember, didn't you say you took lessons here?
Yes, I did.
And who was your instructor again?
Ted.
Ted, that's so cool. And how old were you then?
I started when I was 8.
When you were
For
8
guitar.
years old. Oh my goodness. So tell me the instruments you play again.
I play guitar, ukulele, piano, and I play a little bit of drums and bass.
Really? She's gonna give you some competition later with the percussion. So neat. So when you heard your song for the first time, it was which instrument did you write that on? A ukulele originally?
Yeah.
And what was it like for you to hear it with the other instruments?
It was crazy. It's just not what I expected
Yeah.
in a good way. And it's just really cool to see everyone playing my song and getting a good sound. live.
Yeah. That's it. I would say that's feeding into that the wonderful artist ego there. But it's not bad because you have a positive message too, so it's a good thing to feel good about. Well, we do have another lovely performer here next to Allie, and that's Sammy J. And Sammy, we would love for you to perform something for us. So you were the winner last
Yes.
year, correct?
Yes.
And you went on to get your studio time. And where can we find you online with your performances?
I have an Instagram at Sammy J Music, MMIE, just the letter J. Some people get that confused. There's some other Sammy J's. I'm also on Facebook at Sammy J Music page, Twitter, Sammy J Music, and yeah, that's online.
So you're all over the place, and I recommend following her. I follow her on the gram. Good content coming out on there. And how old are you, Sammy?
I'm 17.
17. So what year are you in high school?
I'm a senior.
You're a senior. And what
Yes.
school do you go to?
Middletown.
Middletown. And which school were you at again?
Tuscarora.
Tuscarora. Do you have any shout outs for your classmates, either of you?
Do the contest.
February 15th is the deadline, and you do have to get your topic approved ahead of time,
Yes.
correct? Okay. So who do we reach out to for that? Where can they go to find out more information?
Chordsofcourage.com, and its song contest is /song contest. With the poster, if you can see down here below.
And I have another one. Put it right there on the camera there. There you go. And we do have the information here at Making Music too, so that they
And
have
so
any
if you come to the workshop this Saturday, you can get some more information there and actually talk to the contest director. So,
Who's the contest director?
Karen Dale. She's
Karen
the
Dale.
CEO and founder of Chords of Courage.
Wonderful. And what a really good, I mean, it's wonderful enough that you're mentoring and doing a songwriting contest, but for the songs to be required to have messages of positivity, I mean, I can personally not think of a better thing that this world needs right now in such a polarized universe. And to be bringing people together to help you with your songs too, what a cool thing. So Sammy, I'm anticipating, I'm trying to hear your song right now. Let's do this. So tell us a little bit about the title of the song, when you wrote it, and what you wrote it on.
Okay. I wrote this song, it's called New Generation. I wrote it also about Parkland. I wrote it right after Parkland, and then I heard about the contest, and I thought it was perfect as a way to spread the hope in such a dark time after such a dark event that happened. And that's what I always want to do with my music, so I thought it was a perfect opportunity and a great way to share that message with others in the community. So, yeah, this is called New Generation.
We like to share our voice, we make the choice to be loud. What we feel is real and it's time to scream and shout. We know it's time to make a change, 'cause yesterday can't be the same as today. New generation. New generation. There's no reputation. We're a new generation. Feel empowered, let's make each other feel great. Not a care in the world, but our lives are all at stake. Let's cancel the hate, we know it's time to make a change, 'cause yesterday can't be the same as today. We're a new generation. We're a new generation. There's no reputation. We're a new generation. We could be
times now. That's gonna get stuck in your head. Good luck. Good luck later tonight. You'll be tossing and turning. New generation. I just want to come sing back up. That's all I'm trying to do.
Do it.
Invite you. So you wrote that song. You were similarly inspired.
Yes.
And now that's obviously your #1 iTunes single at the moment, right? And you recorded that one.
Yes, I
And
did.
did you get a chance to record any other tunes as well, or it was focused on the one song?
I recorded a couple that I haven't released. Doug was generous enough to let me fill the 8 hours, and
Wow.
we finished the song in like 3, so I had like 5 extra hours to do some other stuff, some of my other originals. I haven't released them or anything, but I have the recordings of them.
That's
so.
awesome. Are you playing those other songs out as well?
Yes, I have a couple gigs coming up. I'm playing at the Women's March in Frederick this weekend, this Sunday actually, 1 to 5. Come out for an amazing cause, an amazing day. And then I have a gig coming up at Frederick Coffee Company in Frederick, sponsored by Fame, Todd Walker, in Fame. And that I'll be there February 16th, 7 to 9 p.m.
So are you playing solo, or do you have a band backing you up?
These are solo, but
Okay.
sometimes these guys back me up.
They back you up now.
Yeah.
You look at that. You help out, you give back, and now you've got a new gig right here. It's a new gig for you, yeah. So that's pretty cool. And you're playing. That's a lot of gigs for you. How are you doing it? You're still in school.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a lot, but it's what I love doing, and it's what I want to do with my life, so I love doing it.
So what inspired you?
To start music?
Yes.
Well, I always loved music. I watched American Idol when I was little, and I always wanted to perform for Simon Cowell or something like that someday. And I got into music. I started singing all the time, and then I took piano lessons at Duet with Music over there
Okay.
when I was 8. And then I stopped. I broke both my thumbs at the same time.
No.
Not fun. So I stopped for
So
a
no
while.
thumbs up for you. That's like an
Yeah.
ironic emoji for you.
And then I came back when I was in 8th grade, and that's when I started songwriting, and that really took off for me, and I fell in love with it. And ever since, I've been doing gigs around the area. And I have 2 EPs and a single out on iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play that I self-produced in my basement. And those are some of my original songs, and they're out there. And that's when I released them all like freshman, sophomore year. So they're a little outdated. I'm coming out with something soon.
That's outdated material.
I'm
for you
working on
guys.
it. Yeah. But
So we do have in the studio here with us today, mom and little sister, and I want to
Yes.
say that they've got to be your biggest fans. Right?
oh yeah.
And how does your sister feel about Big Sister singing?
I hope good.
Yeah.
She's the best. She's always so supportive. She always like posts when I do shows, like go Sammy. She also sings and like writes a little bit. We usually duet together, and she's the best. But yeah, my parents are incredibly supportive.
That's wonderful, and it's nice to see you and Allie chatting. I know Allie had to run. I think she had a gig. She's moving on to other things right now. She's out of town. Just kidding. But check out Allie's music as well. And are there any shows where we can, hopefully in the future, maybe we'll see you guys perform together? Maybe.
And probably open mics and stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully
So what's really good is that we've continued almost monthly just to get together with the band and just go over and ask her, so what else do you have? And suggest, hey, have you tried maybe doing this song reggae or some other genre? And she's got a nice collection of songs that we really enjoy playing along to.
I love it. So let's talk about it one more time so that we can have some new guests and new faces here that you'll be mentoring. And you'll be a mentor at that point for next year. February 15th is the deadline. You have to get your topic pre-approved. But the next 3 Saturdays, there are free workshops for middle schoolers and high schoolers in the Frederick County area. And those will be at the New Spire Arts, which is downtown.
Right.
And they're hosted by awesome songwriters. So, and what were the names of the songwriters again?
Heather Aubrey Lloyd is our facilitator
Okay.
for this coming Saturday, and then Andrew McKnight is an award-winning songwriter also.
So check those out, and if you aren't a high schooler or a middle schooler, you probably know one that loves listening to music and probably writing music. This is a great opportunity, and I love what you said. They don't have to be a singer already. They don't have to write music already. They
Musician
just have
or-
to come up with
or
the
play-
idea.
Yeah, and we actually, the second place winner for high school, just voice recording.
Wow, like a voice memo, like just
Right.
voice.
And so what we did was, Scott, our guitar player, he he sang the song, sang her song.
Oh, that's super
And
neat.
so you don't have to perform for the award show. I mean, we've got the band, we'll do the singing.
And
we'll
that's
do
good
the
to know.
playing.
I mean, and professionally, there are a lot of songwriters that are not the best singers, and they have national artists out there singing their songs right now.
Right.
So let's give a shout out again to the Step Up Band, which is our friend Pat, who you saw playing earlier today. Thank you, Pat. That was a great job. You did awesome.
You're welcome.
He's with Allie at her gig right now. I don't know what they're called. And then also, who are the members that aren't here today?
So Barry Bryan's our bass player, and Scott Barrett.
Barry and Scott, thank you so much for being such a part of such a great cause. Again, this is for Chords of Courage, and this is the Step Up Songwriting Competition. So hopefully you'll get a lot of great people applying for this year. And thank you again for being my guest today.
Thank you, Ashley.
Tommy and Sammy J and everyone at
making
home.
music too.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you to
thank
Making
you.
Music. We are here at Local Live, again, always supporting local artists of all ages, which is so good to see. And my guest next time, join me on February 12th. We will have the super cool guys of Double Motorcycle on the show today. As always, I'm your host, Ashley Marie, here at Making Music in downtown Frederick. Thank you for tuning in.